Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
संत मिलो मेरे पाई मिल हर हर कथा करो हर हर नाम बोहित है कल जुग खेवट गुर शब्द तरो मेरे मन हर गुण हर उचरो मस्तक लिखत लिखे गुण गाए मिल संगत पार परो क्या हो कथी कथे कत देखा मैं अकथ ना कथना जाई जो तुद भावै सोई आखां दिल तेरी वडियाई सत्संग जी मिलके फतेह का जवाब फतेह विच ना जी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह सत्संग जी this really is the truth that we can only speak a little penny worth of Maharaj's greatness. This week, in researching for this, I heard such amazing katha. People from Bhai Sukraj Singh from Leeds, who's on YouTube, Bhai Parminder Singh from America. And I felt so worthless. I come here and collate other people's katha and present it, only because somebody said to us that we should get on with this. But, you know, there's many better people out there. But we can only ask Maharaj for kirpa to help us speak his greatness. And this week we'll be going to the 7th body, where Maharaj starts off with Jai Jugachari Arja. So we'll just read that body first, might be good. And then I'll go into some of the qualities that Maharaj talks about, and we'll go through line by line katha. So Guru Sahib says, Jai Jugachari Arja ਹੋਰ ਦਸੂਨੀ ਹੋਏ ਨਵਾ ਖੰਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣੀਐ ਨਾਲ ਚਲੇ ਸਭ ਕੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ ਨਾਉ ਰਖਾਈ ਕੈ ਜਸ ਕੀਰਤ ਜਗਲੇ ਜੇ ਤਿਸ ਨਦਰ ਨਾ ਆਵਈ ਤਾਂ ਬਾਤ ਨਾ ਪੁੱਛੇ ਕੇ ਕੀਟਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੀਟ ਕਰ ਦੋਸੀ ਦੋਸ ਤਰੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਿਰਗੁਣ ਗੁਣ ਕਰੇ ਗੁਣਵੰਤਿਆ ਗੁਣ ਦੇ तेहा कोई न सुजई जे तिस गुण कोई करे. And obviously after this body Maharaj goes straight into Suni'an. So in this body Maharaj, the messages that come out are kind of fourfold. One is about kirpa, another is about fear, dar. Another one for me is about ahankar. And tying all those together is this idea of what should we value in life and what shouldn't we value in life. So what is the true value? Now, the first line Maharaj says ki Jai Jugachari Arja Hor Dasuni Hoy. Now Arja refers to life, your length of your life. And Maharaj is saying Jai, if your life, your arja, was as long as Jugachari, as long as the 4 jugs, so the 4 ages in the world. Jug is, as we say, we're in Kal Jug now, and then Maharaj says there was Sat Jug and Dwapar and Treta, and now we're in Kal Jug. So, in one way Maharaj says, look, what if your life was as long as the 4 ages, Jai Jugachari Arja? Then, also on top of that, if it was 10 times that much, or dasuni hoy. Dasuni mean multiplied by 10 times that much. So you could take that to mean the length of 40 ages, or 40 plus that one, 41. Now some people have talked about the ages, the length of the ages. One explanation given was that Satjug is 1700,000 years. So 1.7 million. Treta being 1300,000 Dwapar being 900,000, and Kaljug being 400,000. A total of 4.3 million years. And the background to this, as we know by Japji Sahib, is Guru Nanak Dev Ji is talking to the Siddhs. Now we know that the Siddhs, these yogis, they're very famous for being able to live very long time. And we also know that there is a technique to doing this. That Guruji tells us that we only have a certain number of swas left in our body. We only have a certain number of breaths available to us. And when your swas finish, that's the end. That's the end of your life. How many breaths you have. Now the yogis figured that mathematically, if I've only got so many amount of swases, what if I just slow down my breath? And so the idea was they extend their life by actually not breathing as much. And they took their breath up into Dasam Dwar. So they could live a long time just on one breath. Months, years. And in this way they could extend their life for hundreds of thousands of years. And a good example of that is that in Harmandir Sahib, who we always, Matha take to, in Harmandir Sahib there's a pool called Santokh Sar. And Santokh Sar was called Santokh Sar because there was a Siddh who was buried there. When they were digging up that pool, they found a Siddh called Santokh. That was his name. And they found him buried in the ground. When they dug him up, the Sikhs were like, Maharaj, we found this guy. We're digging a hole. There was a bloke in there on the ground. And he was in Samadhi. He'd taken that breath up. He didn't need to breathe. He lived off that breath for years and years and years. And Guruji, when they found him, he woke up and he asked the Sikhs, is this a time of Guru Nanak? And they said, yeah. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji is now as Guru Arjan, because they're making Harmandir Sahib. He said, take me to Guru Arjan Dev Ji. If he's sitting on the seat of Guru Nanak, I've been waiting for him. And he went there and he's matha take to Guruji and he said, Maharaj, give me Amrit. And Guruji gave him Charan Amrit and then he died. He was waiting for all those years. And in memory of that guy, we call it Santokh Sar. Now somebody might say scientifically that's not possible. Yeah? But we know that science isn't necessarily complete. We haven't found out everything we can do in science. How science is found out is some theory is correct until and unless something finds which disproves that theory. Then we have a new theory. So all scientists are trying to do is come up with a theory that works given the evidence that they have. Now Western science doesn't necessarily have all the evidence that is available to Eastern science. So where you will see where we are now is that Eastern science is unexplored and they're finding out more. There was a guy recently, the Maharaj talks about them, Pawn Ahar, Jati Jatar. He says people that live off the wind, or Khandeni, they live off the wind. And there was a guy recently in India, they were testing him, who hadn't drunk or eaten anything for 70 odd years. And they were testing him in a medical center to see ki ye banda kive jeenda hai, na khanda na peenda, nor does he ever urinate or pass feces. And scientifically it's impossible for us not to pass urine. And the time that he was under observation, he never once ate, drank, or did anything that we would say is normal bodily functions. And they couldn't figure it out. And this is in the West, so science is always being developed and new evidence comes out. Guru Sahib obviously being Brahmgyani, they know everything. So Maharaj says, ki look, if my age was that long, because the yogis were offering him this, they said, we can teach you this, Nanak. When they met him, we can teach you how to live for as long as 4.3 million years. We can keep your age, extend your life. And Guru Sahib says, okay, that's interesting. He says, Je jug chare arja hor dasuni hoy. He said, listen, even if I live for those one jug, and let's say we just multiplied that, so I lived for 10 more of those. So 43 million years now. When it says, fir ki honda, what would happen then? What else? Nava khanda vich jani hai, naal chale sab koi. They said, we can make you famous. We can give you so much fame that everybody in the world will follow you. Now what Nava khanda vich jani hai means is that in India, they used to divide up the world into 9 khands that were part of Sat Dweep and Teen Lok. So you have these numbers, yeah? They don't, six don't really worry about it too much, but it comes up in Gurbani, so it's worthwhile going into it. So No Khand means that there's 7 divisions of one of those places called Jambu Dweep. So Jambu Dweep is divided into 9. It's going to get more and more confusing. Jambu Dweep is like an island, say continent, and there's 7 of those. So we have Saptdeep. There's 7 islands. The one people think that sometimes that this refers to continents, but are not the continents. It's that one continent, that one Jambu Dweep that's divided into 9. And out of those 9, No Khand, one of them is Bharat, Indian subcontinent. So in the old days, they divided up that Jambu Dweep into 9 areas. There was one king who ruled all of it, and he had 9 sons. He gave each one of them one of those. One of the sons was called Bharat, and he got given that. Also, in Gurbani will come Teen Lok, that there's 3 worlds. And what we understand by that is that there's the heavenly realms, the earthly realms, and the nether realms. So heaven, hell, and where we are now. Guruji talks about all these things in Gurbani, but really his focus is now. So we refer to them, and it's important to understand what they refer to, but essentially what this is saying is that everybody that you know, everybody in the world that you know of, yeah, in the whole of this area they called this Jambu Dweep, all the Navkhand, everybody knows you. Everybody knows you. Navakhanda vich janiye, naal chale sab koi. Naal chale means they follow you. Wherever you go, they follow you. Right? So you're a leader. You are famous to all these people across all the worlds. And then Changa now, Rakhai ke, Jas Kirat Juggling. Changa now, we understand. Naam, now. Changa means good. So you have a good name. Everybody respects you. No one cusses you. Everybody likes you. Unusual today's world. No matter who gets up there, someone's always got something to say about them. Right? We know that. Everybody's an internet warrior nowadays. But when it says here, Naal chale sab koi, not one person speaks against you. Like Mother Teresa, even people say, oh, what a great sant. Or some people say, well, she didn't say nothing about this atrocity. Then people say Gandhi, well, he never said nothing about this and he was a bit weird. Everybody gets cussed. But imagine this, everybody walks with you. Every single person in the world follows you. Then, Changa now rakhai ke, Jas Kirat Jagle. Jas and Kirat means praise. Like Hari Jas Kirtan. Kirtan also comes from the word Kirat. Like we say, Kirata Prabha ki gao meri rasna. Kirat means praise. And Jas means praise. You probably know somebody called Jas Kirat. Yeah? It's a very common name. And it means praise. So when we do Kirtan, all we're trying to do is praise our Creator. Sometimes we did a show a long time ago on Punjab radio and we said, who knows what their name means? And these people didn't know what Kirat meant, people didn't know what Jas meant. And we said, just want, that person is just, the first part is about praise. Now, the Jug means the world. Jug means the ages, Jug means the world. So a lot of people get Jug and Jug confused. I know anybody who out there might be called Juginder. People will say, you Juginder or Jaginder? So Jug means the ages and Jug means the world. Now, so everybody walks with you, just Kira to Jugle. The whole world is praising you. Everybody is praising you. Imagine that situation where we had somebody who was known across the whole world. Everybody was praising that person. They lived for 43 million years. By that time, people got to know that person anyway. But who is this? And Maharaj says, if I had all of this, फिर भी Maharaj says कि जे तिस नदर ना आवे ता वात ना पुछे के. This is the same this that we talked about last week. Ades, tisse ades. I bow down to that one. Je tis nadar na ave. Nadar refers to grace, kirpa. If that Vaheguru, that one creator, the Ikdata, if that Ikdata does not have nadar upon me, kirpa, ta vaat na puche ke. There will come a time when no one will ask after you. Everybody will forget about you. Even the great kings, they're forgotten about. Those people that fought tooth and nail to be the heads of the state. Those people that killed their brothers and all sorts of things they did to become the most famous person in that land, even they're forgotten. If you think about the pharaohs, they thought they could take their money with them. They built massive pyramids that we see even now. They filled it with all their gold and jewelry. They put their wives into mummy, they put themselves, their body, into mummification, thinking they're going to take it with them. And did they take it with them? No. All got left behind. Mala says, everybody's going to forget about you one day. You will not be remembered. However, now, it's an important word. So this is telling us, there's a message here, ki don't forget the Creator, because the Creator is the most important part here. Jibna kirpa, nothing is possible. So we'll go into this later on in much more detail, what is kirpa and what Maharaj given. But this is one of the key messages here, that even if I had all these things, long life, power, wealth, everybody knew me, everybody followed me, if I said anything, without that one bit of kirpa, baat na puchhe. Now, it's an interesting shabad. I don't know if everybody knows how Guru Granth Sahib Ji is structured, but we know that in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, how Maharaj starts off, is that Maharaj starts off with Japji Sahib. Yeah? The first part of Guru Granth Sahib Ji is Japji Sahib. Then we have Sodar, what we read in Rara Sahib. Then we have Sopurk, we also read in Rara Sahib. Then we have Kirtan Soila. Right? So that's Nitnem. When you say, why should I do my Nitnem? Well, the Guru Granth Sahib Ji starts with your basic Nitnem. Morning, evening and night time. Now, as soon as that Nitnem finishes, Siddhi Rag starts. It's the first Rag of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And the first Shabad of Siddhi Rag is on Ang 14. And what Maharaj says, in this Shabad, the history behind this Shabad is quite important. Because this is a Shabad where a conversation happens between Kaljug and Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So Kaljug, the spirit of the age, the power, what people have called Shaitan or Maya, Kaljug comes to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and offers Guru Nanak Dev Ji loads of things. So I'll give you this, I'll give you that. Just like these Siddhs now are giving Guru Nanak Dev Ji the offer. Okay, I'll give you this long life, I'll give you this wealth, people will follow you. And Maharaj says in this, I starts off with Motita Mandar Usre Ratnita Hohe Jadao Kastur Kungu Agar Chandan Leap Ave Chao. Maharaj is saying, if I had a palace made of jewels, of pearls, on top of that they had jewels, imagine pearls and jewels. He offers them all these things, and then Maharaj says the Rahaudi line is Har bin Jio Jal wala jao. Without Vaheguru, my body would burn away. I'm in the fire, without Vaheguru, my body is going to burn in that fire, unless I have that naam, it's wasted. And Maharaj says, Main apna gur pooch dekhya, avar nahi tha. I asked my Guru, and my Guru said, avar nahi tha. Apart from Vaheguru, there's no other place. Vin na ve nahi ko tha. There's nowhere else apart from that. And the next Shabad after the same Shabad, the same line, the last main part is Mat dekh poola visare tera chit na aave now. Listen, don't get lost. Mat dekh poola visare tera chit na aave now. I might see these things. Maharaj says na dekh, mat dekh. You will become lost. You forget that naam tera chit na aave now. Don't see these things. If they offered you money, don't see it. If they offered you wealth and women, don't see it. The next Shabad Maharaj says again, Kot koti meri arja pavan piyan apyao. If I could live for millions and millions of years, if the air was my food and drink, what we just talked about, the people that can live off the air, pawn ahar. Even then, if I lived in a cave, I never saw the sun or the moon, if I never even slept, again Maharaj says ki, Mat dekh poola visre tera chitna aave now. Don't see it, na dekho. Naam is the most important thing. Don't get lost in what the world could offer you. Effectively, when we talked about before, the true value, Maharaj is putting in here the true value. What should we value in this life? Kirpa and Naam. Not other things. Many times in your life, many times in my life, all of our lives, we'll have the choice. Naam and kirpa versus dunya. Dunya. Dunyavi cheeja. Things in the world offered to us, ki better promotion, more hours of work. Travel further away, bigger house. Always so many choices. Make some more money, maybe screw somebody over, you know, maybe exploit someone, but it's more money for you. Maybe you convince yourself, I can give it to Daswan, and that'll be a way of atoning for that pap. Yeah? But Mara said again and again, ki kirpa. That's the most important thing. That if we don't have kirpa, nothing is of any use. Mata dekha pula visre, tera chitana avena. So what we're going to do, just to go on with that, is do some Simran. Because that's the most important part of Sikhi. And if we just do a bit of Simran, then we'll carry on with the rest of the show. We're very lucky today. Pai Sahib and they just have come from Coventry and Warwick to do Seva of the Sangat. Sangatji, if you look at just the way we say Vaheguru, even in that mantra, we say wow, wah, wah. But also in that mantra, the 4 jugs we talked about now are also in there. Bhai Gurdasi tells us, Vaheguru. There's 4 mantras in that mantra to become the 5th mantra of Vaheguru. Bhai Gurdasi tells us that the Vava comes from Vishnu, which is what was Satjug mantra. Now I'm going to get the rest wrong. Then the Haha comes from Hari Krishna, who was Satguru in Treta, and he gave the Hari mantra. And then the Rara is from Ram. Ramji gave the mantra of Ram. And then in Kaljug, Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave Govind, and that became Gaga. And the Vava, Haha, Rara and Gaga got combined to make Vaheguru. If you go on the channel, the YouTube channel that we set up called Basics of Sikhi, in there's a video going through each one of these in more detail, the 5 different ways you could look at just the Vaheguru mantra, why it's so amazing. So it's really important to say it basically. It's the end bit, because Bhai Gurdasi says he's Vaheguru Gur mantra hai jap home khoi. So when we're doing Kirtan here and Katha, really it's you. It's all about the Sangat. It's not about us. Sangat should enjoy that Vaheguru mantra and join in. Because in Guru Sikhi, Kirtan is not a performance. In Guru Sikhi, Kirtan is Sare Ral Milke. You know? Aavo Sikh Sadguru ke pyareo, gaavo Sachi Bani. All of us come together and sing that true Bani of our Guru. We sing the mantra of our Guru. We say ki jaisa Satguru sunida, taiso hi mein deed. Then as we see our Guru, and then he says later on, Har naam mantra jadaya, katte home rog. That's what he's going to give us, this mantra. And this mantra is Vaheguru. Even if we can say Vaheguru once in a day with pure love, it's feather. If we can do it for 5 minutes, there's a lot of feather. If we can do it for half an hour, a lot of feather. But how will we start? How will we start doing it for half an hour if we don't start with once and in 5 minutes? So take that time out. No matter what it is, take that time out and do Vaheguru mantra. In this week I read a book. It was letters from a lady who had passed away. In English, written in 1896 in this country. The lady called Julia had passed away, and she wrote letters back. Devout Christian she was, very devout Christian. And she was writing letters through that automatic handwriting. You know, the spirit medium honde hai, they write, the hand writes and the spirit is being controlled by the next spirit. She says ki, if I could tell you about the next world, even one thing, it would be ki tusi connect to yourself inside. She was Christian when she died. She said that religion means nothing. She said, Bas naam japo. If you can spend 5 minutes a day connecting to your Vaheguru, then you go up to half an hour. Now, the next bit Maharaj says, Kita andar keet kar dosi dos tare. Now, Kita is a kida, you know, like ant. Maharaj says, inside the ants, Kita andar keet kar. Within the ants, you're the ant. The lowest of the low is the ant. Or bechari, such a tiny little thing, lives for such a little bit of time, spends all life being ordered around by all the other ants. And they're just working. Maharaj says that within those ants, you be an ant. Now in one way, this is a soti. And I want to talk about this when I said before, that there's 4 themes. We talked about kirpa and about the true value of kirpa. But also there's a bit of a fear thing. Imagine the idea, ki if you don't do this, what will happen? If you don't have that kirpa, we just talked about Chetisatana Avita Vatna Pucheke, the next bit is Kita andar Keet kar. Within the lowest of the low, you'll be seen as the lowest of the low. That's the value you get, the man. But we have respect. We talked about respect. The previous line gave you the idea of what respect you could get, what you think you have. But then your life ends. Jug arja. It's all about the arja. The previous one was in your life, when you were living, how much respect you thought you had. But then, you die. then what happens? The truth becomes apparent. What did you actually have? The respect there is Kita andar Keet kar. Dosi dostare. Even the dosi, the people who are, we blame. We say Bada Mada Banda ya. If I had a sabha of people who were just Made Bande, of those dosis, they're going to say, you're the Mada Banda to that person. You know, Kirpani Mili, within the sabha of the dosis, you're the dosi. They're all blaming you. The Mada Banda ya. Imagine that is the true respect. Mara says that's the true respect you would actually earn if you haven't got kirpa. So the real focus is kirpa, but there's a bit of a stick here. Guru is telling us, this is the reality of the true value of we're going to have. Once we die, we're going to go on, and everything that we thought we had respect for is smoke. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's not real. We treat it as real, but it's not real. And in that Letters from Julia, which is a book I would recommend reading because I was really inspired by it, she says the same thing. She goes, as soon as we passed away, our human body died, you realize your soul is immortal. And then suddenly, you realize that all the distinctions you had, they fall away. So in many ways, we have hankar in our life, about our wealth, about our life, how much money we got, the true value we have. Even there was an article on SeekNet this week, and the woman was saying, she was phoning from England to India, and she talked to her family there, and ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਦਾ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ Bangalore. He was very proud. Kesatari 6 in India, and she said, oh, what are they going to Bangalore to do IT? He's going to become a brewer. He's learning about advanced brewing. And that poor lady sitting out in the West, she said, you're a Gursikh family, we're a Gursikh family, and your son, you're proudly saying, has gone off to become a brewer, to come and make alcohol to sell to all the Punjabis. He goes, that's the future. How are we going to become powerful and wealthy if we don't do that? That's where the world is going. And that poor thing, she was crying. Where's the value? And our mother is teaching us here, value is from kirpa. And even this idea of Jai Jugchari Arja, the long life, they're offering Maharaj a long life. One way of understanding that long life in Sikhi is age is nothing. You know, we know that Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji was 5 years old when they became Guru. And there was a Pandit in Srinagar who asked Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji, what do you know? What do you know? You're a Guru sitting on the seat of Guru Nanak. By that time, Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji was the 7th Guru. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's fame had spread wide. Everybody knew Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Oh, Managese he was a Mahapurush. But then along comes a 5-year-old. Along comes a 5-year-old saying, I am on the seat of Guru Nanak. You know, we would laugh. So, Maaf Karna, society, I would laugh. I've got a 4-year-old. Oh, look at him in 1 year's time. Would I think he's got that gaddi of Guru Nanak? That Puran Brahm Gyan. And teaching us a lesson and teaching that Pandit a lesson, ki Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji said to him, he said, prove to me you sit on the seat of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Tell me the arth of the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah? Famous Hindu text, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna wrote it. Now, Maharaj says, you know what? Don't just make me tell you the arth. Bring me anybody. And I'll make them tell the arth. They thought, wow, he's put himself into a quandary here. We can trick him now. He's, you know, when they say he's opened a trap door for himself. They got the village idiot, Chaju, who was a water carrier. They got him out and they go, here, isto kado arth Gita de. Let him tell the arth of the Gita. They were going to laugh. They go, he can't even, he's the, you know, the person you call an idiot, he doesn't know nothing. Maharaj says, alright then. They just tapped him with a stick and they go, oi, you know, das Gita de arth. Tell him the arth of the Gita. And Chaju, just with Kirpa of Guruji, started speaking the art of the Gita. And in such beautiful words that Pandit, he literally was shocked. Mouth fell open, he's like, oh my God. Then he realized, this is the Gaddi of Guru Nanak. This is the, now we say Guru Arjana Partakhar. Partakhar, the visible Vaheguru. Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji sitting on the same Gaddi has that same power. Now we don't, sometimes we talk about the miracles of our Gurus. And people question us, especially on Islam, and people, they say, what miracles did your Gurus do? Because in their dharm, miracles are very important. A Peer Paigambar proves themselves by having a miracle. But in our Panth, Gurbani is a miracle. The miracle is Andro Jot Jagni. Gurbani's power to enlighten us. Bani Guru, Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit Sare. If we follow Gurbani inside us, we meet Waheguru. And that beauty is when we say, wow, Tan Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Tan Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Because that Bani is so powerful. We don't need miracles to prove, they're just a byproduct. Jad Rabbi Turdaya is going to do miracles. But the Bani is our Guru. And we also have that story we talked about Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Kalyug, that Gurbani is that message. That's why it's right at the front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. When Guru Granth Sahib Ji starts in the rags, the first Shabad given to us is that Ki Naam Na Palo. And they showed us that Kirpa is everything. But let's just explore Kirpa for a few minutes. Because it's quite an important part. It's the main idea of this Shabad, of this body. Now, in Asadivar, Maharaj says ki Nadar kare je apni ta nadri Satguru paya. If he does nadar, the same thing, nadar. Nadar kare je apni ta nadri Satguru paya, ehe jio bahote janam pramya ta Satguru sabad sanaya. What that means is, if Waheguru does kirpa upon me, then I meet Satguru. Look, all of us here, we're already blessed. We're sitting in the Sangat of Tan Guru Granth Sahib Ji. This is the Jot of Guru Nanak to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, right here. We're sitting in their Sangat, we've already been blessed. And we found the Satguru. Then, Maharaj says ki ehe jiyo bhote janam pramya. That this soul, we talked about the life being immortal. The body is just a kapda. It's going to fall off. Maharaj says ki this Jio, in many lives, bhote janam pramya. It was wandering around lost in many lives. Then, ta Satguru Sabad Sanaya. Then Guruji showed me their Shabad, their Gurbani. Here we are, listening to Gurbani. So, Maharaj is saying, if this is the truth and Gurbani is Sachi Bani, that means every single one of us has been travelling for many lives to wait to listen to this Shabad. That's the meaning of this Arth. Here we are right now, many lives we travelled, we were lost. We finally found Sadguru Nanak's Bani, Akash Bani, Brahm Bani. Then Maharaj says ki Satgur Jevar Data ko nahi. Sab sunyo log sabaya. Listen, you people. Maharaj says ki sare loka sun lo. Jab Maharaj kehte ki sach kaho sun leho sabe. Jin prem kiyo tene hi prapayo. Guruji saying ki listen everybody. Without this Satguru Jevar Data ko nahi. There's no one as great as our Satguru. And then Maharaj says ki Satgur miliye sach paya jini vicho aap gavaya. When we find that Satguru, then we can get the truth. Maharaj says ki Satguru gives you Sach. Which Sach? Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Happy Sach, Nanak Hosi Pi Sach. Oh Sach. He gives you that Sach, and then Maharaj says ki Jin Sacho Sach Bujaya. Amongst the truths, he gave me the truth. Amongst all the truths in the world that are there, he gave me the highest truth. Jin Sacho Sach Bujaya. So Guruji is telling us that right now we've had kirpa on us already. We've heard the Shabad. The next part is Sunya, then Manya, Man ki tapa. So the next bodies after this one, you see, keep talking about Sunya. What's the effect of listening to Guru's Bani? Then it says, what's the effect of manning Guru's Bani? Onu manna. So we have to listen to get kirpa. Yesterday, Maharaji Kirpa, Mahapurush, Pastor Mahendra Singh Ji, and we're talking to him for a bit, and he said, look, ki tusi lokan daso that before they get into the school, they got to take admission, they got to take Amrit. And I said, asi lokan daste hai ki that they are a phone, and they have to connect to their creator. We told him, there's two ways of connecting. When you have a phone, you got to pay as you go, and you got a contract. ठीक है ना? So nowadays we don't take party in schools, it's done for us automatically. But we do get phones and we have a contract or we have pay as you go. Now pay as you go can run out. No guarantee, if you haven't put the credit in, nothing. But with the contract, see, there's certain obligations that you do and certain obligations that the contract provider has to you. Now, The reason I'm talking about this is because in my personal experience, Maharaji Kirpa, as soon as I came into Sikhi, I took Amrit. I was only a Monna, and a week later I became Amritari. So I don't have the experience of what it's like to do Simran and Part without having taken Amrit. So personally, from my experience, I can't tell you ki Amrit Shako because it makes you more Chardi Kala or whatever that people tell you. I don't have that experience. I never did anything until I took Amrit already. So all I know is ki Amrit Shakna Bada Changaya for me. But there was a story by Baba Harnam Singh. And I like his stories because they're very Chardi Kala. It's contemporary. And they were in America in this century, and they were doing part at someone's house. They did Matha Teked, and they suddenly saw Guru Gobind Singh Ji standing behind Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Like, wow, Maharaj Darshan ho gaye. But then they looked this way, and they saw Guru Gobind Singh standing next to them. And they go, wow, Guru Gobind Singh Ji is with me right now. Then, the next thing they saw, when they looked around the room, said Guru Gobind Singh Ji was standing beside every single Amritari Sikh. Every single one. Jaram Nitnemi Siga. And they asked Guruji ki, what's this Kotak? And Maharaj said ki, every single Sikh who does a nitname, who takes Amrit and does that nitname, I'm with them. All the time. Para. You know, we say Rara Sahib, and when we say Rakhya De Shabad, we say ki, all around me is a Guru Shabad. Chauki Chaugir Hamare. Guru Ka Shabad Rakhware, Chauki Chaugir Hamare. The Guru Shabad is protecting all around me. So even if somebody is high and spiritual, somebody is not spiritual, once they've taken that contract and they've said to Guruji, I'll do your red, then Guruji has a responsibility to that person to also give back. That's the Guru's responsibility. So Amrit is important in that sense. And another line that comes from Gurbani that talks about this is Anand Sahib. Maharaj says, Sur nar mon jan Amrit khoj de, so Amrit gurte paya. That the Amrit that Guruji gives, who's searching for it? Sur nar mon jan. People from all the teen lok we talked about earlier, 3 worlds, the heavens and the hells and people on this earth, people are looking for this Amrit that Guruji is providing to us. Sur nar mon jan Amrit khoj, so Amrit gurte paya. The same like Santok, that we talked about, that guy who was buried in the ground, he was looking for the same Amrit. Now the next line Maharaj says, ki lekho, look, we talked about this last week, that some people say that there's nothing to do for Kirpa. Nothing to do for Kirpa. It just happens. Kirpa ji, ki kariye ude vaase. Odo odi bakshish hai. That's what people say. What they mean by doing that is, main kuch nahi karna. That's what people say as, kuch karo, na, Maharaj Kirpa kare ta karange. This is a very common thing amongst Punjabis. Very, very common. And we all know someone who does that. We all know someone. We tell them ki yaar tu path kar liya kar kade kade. Jado Maharaj Kirpa karenge. And that's the answer. When Maharaj says Kirpa on me, then I'll do my part. And Maharaj is telling us here ki dekho, you are lucky already. You've heard the Shabad. Nadar kare je apni ta nadri satguru paya. You got to see your Guru. That's the Kirpa already done. You got to listen to your Guru. What's the next part? You're going to have to follow that Guru. Then somebody said, ki, why should I take Amrit? Let's talk about this quickly. I said, that's the wrong question. They said, do I need to take Amrit? I said, that is the wrong question. You go down that line, it's the wrong question. The question is this: when do I get to take Amrit? When will I be so lucky as to be blessed with Amrit? When we talk about Sikhi here, we talk about Guru's Bani, the message that comes out clearly and clearly and clearly is that once you realize who your Guru is, how great he is, next question is, you want to give yourself to your Guru. Maharaj says, give yourself to your Guru. It's a relationship of love. And Maharaj says that if you want to play this game of love, give your head. If you want to play this game of love, give me your head. So we realize inside us we have this pyar. I want to give myself to my Guru. Before that, when we matha take, it's nothing. It's just what parents told us to do. When we fall in love with our Guru, then we get our matha take. When we put our matha down, we say, Maharaj, sir lelo. Take me, I'm yours. Take me, I'm yours. When you start saying that, you take me, I'm yours, next question is, when are you going to give that head? That's the part. When I said people in camp, I want to take Amrit, people are going, no, tenu bani bhi nahi aandi, tenu part bhi nahi aanda. But I want to give my head. That's all in my head. It was, I just want to give my head to my Guru. And there's only one way in Sikhi left now, which is that Khande Bhatta da Amrit. There's no other way to give your head to your Guru. You can internally think, "Main deta," but Guru Gobind Singh Ji also took Amrit. So, not to preach about it too much, because Maharaj says ki jinko lagi pyas Amrit se hi khaye. This is not about saying to somebody, you should take Amrit. This is to saying ki je ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਆਸ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਪਿਆਸ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਜਦ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਛਕ ਲਓ. First thing to do is to get the pyas. Puran hoye hamari asa, tor bhajan ki rahe pyasa. Let me become thirsty to sing your praises. Let me become thirsty for you. When I become thirsty and thirsty and thirsty, then I'm going to say, I want to give my head. And how will I give my head? By giving my head to my Guru. So now we're going to talk a Shabad ki Guruji's kirpa ki hondi hai hai. So the Sangat Jatha is ready. For the last 15 or so minutes, we'll just do this Shabad. And the Shabad is Prabhu ki jai kirpa nidhan. Vaheguru, do kirpa on me. This apar kirpa, this great treasure of kirpa. Prabhu ki jai kirpa nidhan.
हम हर गुण गावेंगे
If Waheguru is pleasing to us, then Waheguru will be pleased with us. It's a relationship of love. But when we look at love, it's a funny thing. Sometimes love starts from respect. We don't respect our partner, they never believe that we love them. We don't respect our Guru, how will he believe that we love him? You know? The biggest adab, the biggest respect we can do for our Guru is to live the Gurbani, follow the Gurbani. That's adab. And when we look at the idea of fear and we look at love, we have this marriage ceremony in Sikhi called Lava. If you read the Lava, it's very interesting actually, because yesterday I went to a mate's wedding, that in the Lava, in the second Lava, there's a lot of fear. Nirpo, pa. Become fear of Nirpo. And then it says, ki next one is about love, pao. So sometimes maybe fear can lead to love. And in Gurbani it says, Jinman po, tinaman pao. Those that have fear, they have love. But we also know Gurbani is all about love. There's a bit of a dilemma here. And actually it comes back to respecting. It's the deepest respect is that we think, yasi, pura hona hai ek din. Our life is going to finish. So that gives us a bit of fear. Then we think, what do I do? Then we come to our Guru. And Guru teaches us certain things. Then we have to follow them. If we don't follow our Guru's teachings, then we do the same thing that my little 4-year-old does. I tell him something and he just ignores it. You think, how can I help him learn? If I show him something, dikhata sab kuch, then wo sunda nahi. So the next bodies we're going to go through are going to be going Suniya. Why should we listen to this? Why should we listen to this Gurbani? Why should we listen to our Guru? Guru will explain it to us. And the next bit, Maharaj says ki, Nanak nirgun gun kare gunvanteya gun de. Now what that means is that even to the nirgun, Maharaj gives gun. Nanak nirgun gun kare. Even the people that have got no guns, who come here totally with no guns, unhone bhi gun denda. Then other thing, gunvanteya gun de. Those that have guns, they're not perfect either. They're going to get guns as well. His Guru is so perfect, none of us are perfect. So when we talked about Baba Harnam Singh saying that Jere Bhagat Sige, Guru Gobind Singh was standing with them, and Jere normally Sige, Maharaj was standing with them. The poor and the rich are never as rich as that giver. So he gives kirpa to everybody. We're not talking poor and rich in terms of money, we're talking in terms of kamai. And we can always get more kirpa basically, that's the thing. So hankar is not good to have. Because when we start having hankar about our avastha, already we've lost that crucial part which is humility. And then we start thinking, ki, main to jyada kirpa kiste hoegi? Then you lost. Yeah? And Mara says, ki, in that book I told you about earlier, she says that even you think that we've gone into the next world, and asi swargvasi ban gaye again, even in Swarg, there's people that have got higher levels and lower levels. Not even in this level, in the next world also, there's people that have got higher levels, and everybody is following that one. But sanu eh pata hai ki sab to vadda Satguru Nanak, jinkal rakhi meri. Satguru Jeevat Data ko nahi. So Guru has come as the highest of those people to give us the Sacho Sach, the truth of all truths, which is his Gurbani, and our haq, our responsibility becomes to follow it. And then Maharaj says, ki teha koi na sujji, je tis gun koi kare. Maharaj says, I've seen the whole world, I can't think of a single person, teha koi na sujji, je tis koi gun kare. That there's no one in the world that can give gun to Vaheguru. Vaheguru is so great, he's their giver. Oh, gun dendaya, we can't do something for them. So another way of understanding this is that we can't do anything for our Guru. At the deepest level, Sikhi is not something that we can do something for. Sikhi is something that can do something for us. We need Sikhi, Sikhi doesn't need us. Sometimes we start thinking Sikhi needs us, Sikhi needs us. No, we need Sikhi 10 million times more than Sikhi needs us. Because we are that Nirgun, Gun Kare, Buddhavantya Gun De. And no one can do anything for that creator. So that our blessings come from Guruji if we follow his message, not try to do something to change his message, to make it fit the world, to make it more marketable. Some people think make it more marketable. Maybe some people thought 50 years ago, Yaar, Sikhi, if we got rid of Kesh, it will spread. If we got rid of the Khalsa Roop, it will spread. Maharaj says, no, it doesn't work that way. Sikhi is not about spreading it for the sake of diluting it. Sikhi is about sticking to this truth, because Maharaj says, ki Jabalab Khalsa Rehi Niyara. When the Khalsa is Niyara, get this line right, Maharaj says, ki if the Khalsa stays pure, then tab lag tej diyu main sara. I will give all my strength to the Khalsa as long as it stays pure. And then, if it goes down Bipran ki reet, if it goes on that path of other things, then Maharaj will not have faith in the Khalsa. So our job as Sikhs is to maintain Sikhi, is not to go around and dilute it. And the Kirpa will come. And Kirpa for us also has to come, that at a personal level we follow Sikhi ourselves. And listen to this Shabad. But at a society level, now in the Gurdwara, we have to follow Sikhi as well. We have to ask ourselves in our society, are we taking Guru's teachings and following them, or are we ignoring that teaching? You know, with other things like caste, Gurdwara, female infanticide. Big questions for our Panth to really deal with. And I myself would recommend that we watch a program called Satyamev Jayate. They're talking about things in India right now, and are people dealing with those issues. Sometimes that torch of truth needs to shine on this area that we have here, not just here, but every Gurdwara. Are we actually living to earn Kirpa? Are we living to earn Kirpa, or are we not? Is a Gurdwara living to earn Kirpa of Tan Guru Nanak Dev Ji, or is it not? That's the question of this Shabad. Maharaj says ki, without Kirpa, Jetis nadar na avai, ta vaat na puchegi. No one will remember us. But if we get Kirpa, then we have that future life where we will get respect. Ta darge pa ye man. That will have that place in that court. We all have to go there. Life is going to end. And Maharaj also says ki, if I knew that everybody's going to die, who should I make friends with? Kis naal kiche dosti, sab jag chalan haar. So the friendship we have to make is with our Pita. Pita samjhavengi. That's the Pita, our friend, our best friend Sajjan. That's the person that's going to help us in the next life. And the rest of the world is not. It's all smoke and mirrors. Ain't real. So, we tried our best to do katha of this body. It's a very deep body. But the main tat comes back to that there's four things the Maharaj is talking about here. What is a true value? the true value is on Sikhi, on following Guru's message, to get kirpa. The rest of the world means nothing. Kirpa is the only thing that matters to us. And we can get kirpa by following Guru's hukum. And that we shouldn't have hankar. And we should fear the fact that if we don't follow it, fir age, kita andar keet kardosi dostare. That's what's going to happen. Jesi nahi follow kita. So it's a carrot and stick approach. So, Bula chuka maaf karniya. We'll finish off with a little bit of Waheguru Simran, just to remind ourselves of how do we get kirpa. Ki Maharaj says ki Sukhmani Sahib vich naam di bahut ustat ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ. Sukhmani Sahib Maharaj says ki prabh ke simran karab na base. If you do Simran of Waheguru, you won't come back into that life. And everything is perfect with Simran. So we just do some Simran. beg the forgiveness of Sangat ki, we went on too long. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki.
Waheguru, 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 Waheguru.